what up? What's the B word? I'm Anthony Addison, and it is another segment of What's the B word. Like and subscribe to the page. Hit me up on Instagram, What's the B word 52. Just like you see on YouTube. Hit me up on Facebook, What's the B word, and hit me up on Twitter, B word 52. And y'all already know what's going on with me. Baltimore Raven fan, Raven Nation stand up. Flock, let's get it. And if you're not a Raven fan, you might be a fan of the Houston Texans, who we getting ready to play right now. You might be a fan of the Broncos, the Bengals, or whoever. Hit the subscribe button anyway, because we talk football, period, up in here, baby. By the way, happy Purple Friday to my flock. You know, we celebrate Purple Friday every Friday, man. I love that day. But anyway, let's get into it, man. We got the Houston Texans versus the Baltimore Ravens. We in the bank. We back home in the bank. You know what I'm saying? You know, we got this weird schedule where we home away, home away, home away. But we back in the bank, man, for a big game. Just a little something about this series between the Ravens and the Texans. We lead the series 8-2. This is gonna be our 11th time playing these guys, and hopefully we can keep it, in our favor. We'll be 9-2 after the game. But anyway, I'm gonna jump into it, man. I'm gonna start it off with shockingly, I usually start off with the Ravens offense, but I'm gonna start off with the Texans offense versus the Ravens defense, man. And man, we got us a test, man. We got us a test. This is a big test right here. Defense been playing well, but this is the next big test. We're going against Deshaun Watson, aka what my man called him, Michael Jordan. We're going against Michael Jordan. And man, he's a tough guy, man. He's a baller. I mean, if Lamar wasn't doing what he was doing right now, Deshaun Watson might be in Lamar's spot is talking about MVP candidates and stuff like that. Cause the dude just a stone cold baller, and you gotta respect the man. You gotta respect the man. They head coach Billy O'Brien, he have times where he show good things, and then he have times when he show bad things. A lot of Texan fans, from what I understand, they not really a fan of Billy O'Brien, but it is what it is. You got who you got. But anyway, we're gonna start off with the line, man, because the game is won up front. Offense or defense, the game is won up front. And of course they got Laramie Tunsil over there. That boy's pretty good over there. They was thinking we was gonna pick him, but we picked up Stanley there during the draft. But that's a pretty good guy right there, man. They got a pretty good center. I can't remember his name, just straight off the top of my head. But the center pretty good. They do a pretty good job of keeping Watson protected. But at the same time, Watson is mobile and he can move around a little bit. So we got to get to him. I mean, the reason why I'm bringing up the line, we got to get to him. We got to stop the run game. We got to control the front with the run game, and we got to get to Watson, man. We can't let him move around and beat us. We can't let him sit in the pocket and beat us. We have to just make him make decisions quick. We gotta be up in his face. And one weakness that could be a weakness in this Texan offensive line is that they have Titus Howard, which is a rookie. And we might need to, send Judon over that way a couple of times, man, to kind of, beat him down a little bit so we can kind of get like an edge and, get some wins over there on the defense, as far as the pass rush and stuff like that. We probably need to have Judon shadowing that guy right there, because that might be our advantage right there. It might be our advantage because Jay Ferguson don't really have that many moves. I mean, Tim Williams. Tyus Bowser, he been doing better and better week by week, but I would rather Judon be in that matchup right there. And let's try to exploit that matchup right there. Not saying that we should shy away from Tunsil, but I'm just saying if we got a weakness, if it's a possible weakness and this could be a weakness, we should go exploit that weakness. I mean, that makes sense. I mean, 1 + 1 = 2. I'm just being real. Outside the O-line, like I said, man, that's a pretty good O-line. We got a Brandon Williams, got to play good, because, I mean, Carlos Hyde, hey, he done had him a couple of good games. I'm not saying he one of the top backs in the league or nothing like that, but he done had some good games, and he done showed that he can have games where he can really bust one. So we don't need that. We already going against the Sun, and we don't need him to have his running game going. That's what we don't need. We don't need him to have his running game going. I would rather if we lost to Deshaun Watson just because Deshaun Watson is being done Deshaun Watson, I can accept it. But I won't accept us getting beat up over the head and losing because we can't win the battle up front and they running backs just running up and down our throat. So you know what I'm saying? We got to win the battle up front. We have to win the battle up front. So Since I'm talking about running backs, I'm gonna go to that next running back, Duke Johnson, which I'm sure y'all familiar with Duke Johnson. I personally used to like Duke Johnson, even though he played with Cleveland. I always liked Duke Johnson. I liked him back when he was in Miami, the University of Miami. I mean, I just like his game. Duke Johnson is more of a scat back type of catch it out the backfield type guy. So we gotta be paying attention to that too. We gotta key in on that too. We did a doggone good job against New England as far as dealing with them running backs like that. We got another one to deal with. Now I'm not gonna say that Duke Johnson is just as good as doing it as James White is, because James White is practically a receiver. But we did a pretty good job on James White, man. So we need to be able to carry that on from when we play New England and do the same thing on Duke Johnson, and don't give him no wide open nothing and stuff like that, man. And be in place and just be ready for it, because if we sitting in that heat and if we is getting into Deshaun Watson, smart quarterbacks already know, man, they first outlet gonna be something hot, and it's usually like they guy in the backfield that's sliding out. So we gotta be ready for stuff like that. Another thing with Houston offense is you gotta mention, the strength of their offense outside of Deshaun, the receiving corps. They got, they got Kenny Stills, they got Will Fuller coming back. They say Will Fuller will be back this week. And we got Nuke Hobson. And if you remember the last time we played Nuke Hobson, Nuke had Jimmy looking bad that game. He had Jimmy looking terrible that game. I mean, we held Nuke so much, and when I say hold, I'm talking about defensive holding. If you remember, we held Nuke so much that game that his jersey was ripped. The man's jersey was ripped. He had to tie his jersey together so it can stay on his shoulder pads. We was holding him that much. You know what I'm saying? He had Tom Savage looking out there looking pretty doggone good against us. And that was not last year's defense, but it was year before last defense. And that was a top 5 defense itself. So, man, Nuke is a beast. I mean, he one of my favorite receivers in the NFL, man. One, because he a silent assassin. But 2, he just a dog. He just a dog. We have to take Nuke out of this game. We cannot let Nuke beat us. If Nuke have a big game, it's gonna be hard to beat those guys right there. So I need Hump to do a doggone good job, and I'm not even just saying that it's just gonna be Hump on him, but it's gonna take a team to stop Nuke, because I just don't believe, even though I love Hump, I don't believe just one guy can stop that guy. You got to come with it with that dude right there. You just do. You got to. And one stat that I remember when we did play him. I remember John Gruden said, because it was a Monday night game, John Gruden said that Nuke is on the field 99% of the time. This man doesn't get off the field. He's just a dog. He's in tip-top shape, and he's just a baller. But let's not sleep on Kenny Stills and Will Fuller. We can't give up the deep balls, because that's they deep threats. That's they guys they like to send up the seam and stuff like that. We got to stick to what we've been doing as far as communicating and being where we need to be, and everybody knowing their assignment. Because this is another situation where we're dealing with people that got a little speed on them, and you can't make mistakes with speed. You can't make mistakes with speed, because if you make mistakes with speed, then that means touchdown. Because if you're a step or 2 behind speed, then you're not going to catch speed. That's just real. That's just real. So that's another thing. We have to stick to our assignments. We got to keep that communication going. We at home, so we shouldn't have that problem. They should have the problem with the communication stuff going. So we at home. We just need everybody to do their job. We just need everybody to do their job as far as the defensive side of the ball. We need Jimmy to be where he need to be, even though Jimmy's not always playing speed yet, but. Brandon Carr, we just need everybody doing what they need to do. Everybody doing what they need to do. So, hey, only time to tell, man, that's going to be really out, that's the matchup of the game as far as our defense versus their offense. Our secondary versus their receiving corps. Because that's their strength on their side of the ball, and the secondary is our strength on our side of the ball. So, that's man, hey, that's what's probably gonna make and break this game right here. Their receiving core versus our secondary. But I think we got the secondary to do it, man. That's why when Cleveland first got Odell and all them, I was like, man, I feel like we got the secondary to deal with it. I think we got the secondary that could deal with anybody. We just had a whole bunch of uh-ohs and oopsies at the beginning, but we back on pace. We back on everybody doing their job, and we got the secondary to do it, man. I mean, for real, for real. We ready for somebody that just want to pass the ball. So I'm expecting a big game out the secondary. If we gonna win this game, it's gotta be a big game out the secondary. They gotta really show they worth this game right here, because Nuke gonna come for you. I mean, you know, I don't know how Fuller gonna look coming off the injury, but one thing I know for sure is Nuke coming. So we gotta be prepared and we gotta be ready for that guy right there. That's really all I got as far as the Texans offense versus our defense. So let's go and touch up on the Ravens offense versus the Texans defense. And man, this right here, and due to the fact, I'm not saying that we should get up out of our strength, but one thing you gotta mention and point out that Romeo Cornell defense, they've been playing good against the run all season. Stopping the run has been their strength all season, even without JJ. I mean, they just been playing that McKinney guy, Cunningham, and Merciless. Yeah, that's his name, Merciless. They've been playing good as far as stopping the run and stuff like that. And that's our strength right there. That's our strength. So we need, especially with the guy, the DJ Reader guy, we need Matt Scarrow to have himself a game. And Bozeman. This is the game where we need y'all. Y'all been playing good the last couple of weeks, but we need y'all on y'all A game. Because their strength is our strength. Just like with our defense versus their offense. Our strength is their strength as far as the, separate, as far as their offense versus our offense versus their defense. And when it's strength versus strength, it all boils down to willpower and who wanted more and who just the baddest, who the baddest man on the field. And I need Scarrow and Bozeman to be the baddest men on the field, man. Because they coming out there and they not finna give it to us easy, man. They not finna just lay down and try to let us run almost 300 yards on them. And I'm not saying that they will stop us, because we got a real complex, real different running system from everybody else. You got to account for the quarterback. So we just, Scarrow and Bozeman have to win their battles this week. I mean, just like I said when I brought up the defense, the game is won up front. Is won up front. That's just facts. If you don't got no front, you will not beat anybody. And our O-line have to, I'm not worried about everybody else. Baby Zeus gonna do his thing. Stanley been doing his thing all season. That man, that legend, I'm not even going to mention his name because, I don't even mention his name because I know he's going to do work. But I need Bozeman and Scarrow to handle business this week. Because they gonna be trying to stop that run. And you know what they think. You know what the NFL think. If you can stop our run, then you can stop us. At the same time, I'm not saying it's true, but I would rather us, be winning from our strength. But at the same time, even though that's their strength, they are extremely weak. And when I say extremely, they are extremely weak in their secondary. Their secondary is pretty doggone bad. And this might be the game where we see Hollywood take off like he did in Miami. Not exactly like when he did in Miami, but he going to probably get behind a couple of people in this game right here. Because their secondary is not that good. You might get a Seth Roberts catch here or there. I really want to see Willie Snead get some catches, man, because I like Willie. Them yards have to catch and how hard Willie ball and how hard he play, man. I just wish we can get some more targets his way. But this, with the secondary that the Texans got, man, this might be the game where our receivers get a little bit more catches than they normally do. From my understanding, the Texans defense cover tight ends pretty well, but we got so many freaking tight ends that catch the ball, man. You can only cover, one or the other. And that's just being real. So, I think our offense going to do pretty good, man. They going to be stuck on trying to stop our running game and all that, and it's going to be a few times where we're going to blow the top off for them with Hollywood, or Mark Andrews going to catch something deep, or Willie Snead going to catch something good, and they going to kind of be like, oh, man, so what we going to do about this? And, either or, that's why, that's the beauty of our offense, man, of having Lamar, and especially with the improvement of his passing, that we can take what the defense give us. We can, because we can do it. We can do it all. We can do it all. So hopefully I'm right about this, and hopefully the receivers have themselves a game. They have themselves a game. It hasn't happened since week 1 where the receivers collectively just had themselves a pretty good game. But hey, this might be the game, man. This might be the game. I forgot Miles Boykins. We might get a good catch out of Miles Boykins. Since like how the season looks so far, he good for a big catch every 3 games. So this the 3rd game right here. So yeah, he probably his last big catch was against Seattle. So we might get a big catch out of Miles Boykins this week right here, man. But that's gonna be a big thing too, as far as the our offense versus their defense is our receivers versus their secondary, our tight end versus their secondary. Because to my understanding, like I said, their secondary is pretty doggone bad. So we should exploit that. We should take advantage of that. When we in a situation where we beating them over the head with the running game or got them so focused in the running game, it's time to do that play action and go right over the top. Right over the top. Let Lamar show that deep ball that people swear he can't throw. And I done seen him throw deep balls plenty of the doggone time. That's how you can tell these commentators and stuff like that, these sports analysts, these so-called professionals, they just look at stats and numbers. They don't look at the actual game. They don't go look back at film because there's been plenty of times where Lamar threw something deep. But that's okay. It'll eventually come to him one day. But that's all I really got as far as with our offense versus their defense. I mean, we got to win the battle up front. Scurry and Bozeman got to have themselves a game because they very, very talented at stopping the run. Our receivers got to take advantage of a weaker secondary. Tight ends got to take advantage of it too. But definitely our receivers, man. They've been wanting their time to shine. This is the game to shine. This is the game for our receivers to turn up. This is the game. And when we probably won't have too many other games like that where we got an opportunity to have our receivers just really, really turn up. I mean, it's already bad enough that, they snap count get cut, but due to the formations that we use so many 2 tight, 3 tight, and it be like 2 receivers on the field that, gotta take advantage of this. Gotta take advantage of this one. But anyway, that's all I got. Me personally, I believe that Baltimore, we can pull this game out. But it's gonna be tough because Deshaun Watson is a man amongst boys. And we gotta just do what we gotta do, man. We gotta stick to our game plan. We gotta control that clock. Keep his butt on that sideline getting stiff like we've been doing to everybody else. And we'll win. Because that formula right there, man. That formula right there of keeping quarterbacks off other offenses on the sideline, man. You can't lose with that formula. And it's proof. It's proof. If we did the same thing against Kansas City, we wouldn't even be 7-2. We'd be 8-1. I'm not even gonna clown the Cleveland game because the Cleveland game was just y'all know what the Cleveland game was. But they can't. I mean, if we stuck to our game plan all season long, we will be 8-1 right now. So guess what? G-Ron, Harbaugh, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. But anyway, that's all I gotta say going into this game right here, man. Pre-game. I say that the Ravens win. I don't normally do a prediction score, but I say the Ravens win something like 28-3. And we get another victory Monday. 20% off on Fanatics. So anyway, man, I'm finna get up out of here, man. I got some high school games I gotta catch because I watch high school ball too. Shout out to Coach to Sip the Tally. I think he got a playoff game tonight. So good luck to Coach. Hope y'all come out with a W. I'm finna get ready to watch some high school ball myself. Flock, I love y'all. Hopefully I get to see y'all after a victory like we have the last 4 games. And everything will be cool. If y'all watch the game with me, I'm not gonna put all my business out there, but it's a way y'all can watch the game with me. If you watch the game with me, I will be here this Sunday because last Sunday I was out of town. So be on the lookout for it. I'll be there. I'm talking to my Facebook people right there. So if y'all don't get what I'm saying, disregard it. But if y'all know what I'm talking about, y'all know what I'm talking about. But anyway, hit me up on Facebook, What's the B Word? Hit me up on Instagram, What's the B Word 52. Hit me up on Twitter, B Word 52. I do mailbag questions. Hit me up for mailbag questions because I love doing mailbag questions, man. And I'm finna get up out of here, man. Flock, I love y'all, man. Let's get this win. Let's get this W, man. Let's eat the W. No, we ain't eating no W's. But anyway, Flock, I love y'all, man. I'm Anthony Addison, and I'm out.